trust in me. I can, you said I can trust in you.
What is up, YouTube? Tonight we are going to be talking about life and protecting our peace. So if you're not here to keep the peace, bye. I feel like I've always been big on protecting my peace, but as you grow older, you learn how to maturely handle different situations. And sometimes you don't realize how important it is until you're at that point that you're about to lose it. Pluto's sleeping and he's snoring and he was just wagging his tail too in his sleep. So I was trying to find the perfect time to start talking. Bro just don't know. I'm trying to get us out the hood. As I was saying, sometimes you don't realize how important it is up until you reach a point where you feel like you're about to lose it. Like surrounding yourself around the wrong people, entertaining the wrong conversations, letting things slide that would normally bother you. All of that stuff adds up. And I used to think that I used to have to respond to everything and explain myself. Try to keep the peace with everybody. But now, I fully realized my peace is more important than being understood. Okay, honey, clock that. I don't react to everything anymore. I don't tell everyone my business. I also don't surround myself with a lot of people anymore. So there's that. And I also don't give the same energy to people who don't give it back. Because protecting your peace sometimes looks like distance. It looks like silence. And sometimes it looks like outgrowing people that you always thought would be there. And that's hard. But being drained by all of that is harder. So if it costs me my peace, it's just not worth it anymore. And I don't know, I just feel like more people should talk about that. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of us are still figuring it out. And sometimes it's not even about other people. It's just about you. Your thoughts, your habits, the way you handle things. Because you can cut people off and you can distance yourself or whatever you'd like to do. But at the end of the day, if your mind is still overwhelmed, you're still overthinking everything, you're still not at peace. And that's something we're all still trying to figure out. Nobody talks about how hard it is to sometimes keep yourself sane, like mentally. Because life doesn't just pause when you're overwhelmed or when you're going through things. You still have to wake up, you still have to talk to people, you still have to go about your day, regardless of whatever you're going through. Even if your mind is all over the place. So that's why I say protecting your peace is not really just about other people. It's really about yourself. The way you overthink things, the way you replay situations in your mind, the way you let small things ruin your whole mood. Bro, just keep being loud over here. You can't blame everything on other people, especially if you're not working on yourself. Because it's how you treat yourself too. Like taking breaks when you need them. Not forcing yourself to be okay when you're not. Sometimes you need to sit back and actually think about things. Sometimes you need to sit back and not think at all. And that's okay. Truthfully, sometimes keeping your peace can look like doing less. Less overthinking. Less over-explaining. Less caring about things that do not matter, for real. Just give your mind a little break. Because we don't do that enough. And try to be kind to yourself. Because we also don't do that enough. So like I said, I've always been big on positivity, but I feel like at one point maybe I looked at it a little bit wrong, where I thought it meant always being happy, always seeing the good. But now I think it's more realistic than that. Positivity is waking up and still trying, even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing not to let one bad moment ruin your whole entire day. Reminding yourself that everything you're going through is temporary, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And protecting your peace plays a big part in that. Because the more negativity you allow around you or even just in your mind, the harder it is to stay in a good mindset. So sometimes staying positive just means removing what's draining you and giving yourself space to breathe. That's it. You don't have to be okay all the time, but you can work on it. Work on how can you approach different situations. How can you look at things differently. And you can do all this by taking breaks from your phone, social media, listening to music. Do things that you actually like to do. Do things that you actually like to do. And if you don't think you have anything that you like to do, find a hobby. Figure it out. Something. I distance myself when I feel my energy getting low. sometimes that's not always the best idea. Sometimes it's okay to keep yourself surrounded. It's a good thing to keep yourself surrounded. But sometimes that can be overwhelming as well. So taking that time to yourself is a big deal and helps you in the long run as well. Also, taking the time to choose to not entertain things that stress you out. Peace is something that you have to protect, not wait for. What you allow yourself to think about all day, what you give your energy to. Because if you're constantly stressing, overthinking, and worrying about things that you can't control, it's going to drain you in the long run. And we really don't realize how much our thoughts can affect us. And sometimes it's not even about what's happening around you. It's just what's happening in your head. And I'm not saying I have it all figured out, because I don't. And a lot of people don't. Some days I'm good. Other days I'm still overthinking, still stressing, still trying to get it together. But I think the difference is now I'm more aware. I catch myself more. I take a step back instead of reacting to everything. And I'm learning that protecting your peace is literally a daily thing. Not something you do just one time. It's how you move, how you think, how you handle things. And I'm still learning that too. Your mind needs peace just as much as your life does. But just keep in mind, not everything deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your energy. And that goes for anything. Like, if it's something that costs you your peace, maybe you should take a second thought on it before you allow it to run miles in your head. Protecting your peace also means being honest with yourself. Come on, stay with me. Like admitting when something is bothering you. Admitting when you are not okay. Instead of just ignoring it and pretending like everything's okay. Because in reality, it's not. Be honest with yourself, honey. Journal. Like I said, find something. Something that you like to do. Because that stuff doesn't just go away. It builds up. Then you end up overwhelmed. Over things you never even addressed. So sometimes protecting your peace is just sitting with yourself for a minute and actually figuring out what's going on. And I think a big part of it too is learning what you can and can't control. Stay with me. Stay with me. Because I used to stress over everything, and I'm sure there's other people like that as well. And I kind of still do sometimes. That's being honest. And like I said, I'm learning how people felt about me, how situations were going to turn out. Things that hadn't even happened yet. Things that happened forever ago. And that will drive you crazy, because the truth is you cannot control everything. You can't control people. You can't control every outcome. You can control how much energy you give to it. Stay with me. And that alone can protect your peace so much. And if your specific situation is people that's stressing you out, or just to add on to whatever you got going on, start paying attention to energy. How do they make you feel? How are they treating you? And how does it make you feel? Because not everything is worth entertaining, honey. I will tell you right now. Not everything is worth entertaining. Stay with me. Not every conversation needs a response. And not every situation needs your attention, honey. And I feel like once you realize that, you start moving different without even trying. You start choosing peace automatically. And once again, I'm not going to act like it's easy, because it's not. It's hard not to overthink. It's hard not to react sometimes. It's hard to distance yourself when you actually care about somebody or people. But the part that we don't talk about is choosing peace doesn't always feel good in the moment. But it's better for you in the long run. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself. So yeah, I am still learning to protect my own peace. But so is everybody else. And not just from other people, but from our own thoughts as well. And I figured we should just talk about it. And I'm not perfect at it, but I'm getting better. Little by little. Little by little. And I think that's all that really matters. So yeah, if you made it this far into my video, I appreciate you for listening. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. 1, 2, 3. 3 simple steps. That's all you will need. See you in the next one. Bye.